Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamakyam Dadati Swapadamtikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavam Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunadhanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpade Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namusute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarvyascha Kripa Sindhubhyayeva Chapatitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Iswaraga Paramaga Krishnaga Satchidananda Vigraga Anadi Radhir Govindaga Sarvakarana Karanam. Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the King of Knowledge, Raja Vidya. So we are understanding in this Bhagavad Gita that Krishna is asking us to act with intelligence so that we can get out of this material world. So acting with intelligence. We already understood very well. That's what we are studying in the last few days. What does it mean by using intelligence? So even one of the roaming senses on which the mind focuses, then it carries away the intelligence. That's what Krishna is teaching. Indriyanamgi charatam yanmano anuvidiyade tadasya harati prajnam vayur navam ivambas. Prajna means intelligence. That's what sthita prajna. We are studying sthita prajna like that. We are going to study in the next coming slokas and all. Arjuna is going to ask Krishna about what are the symptoms of a sthita prajna, self-realized person. So, for that, here Krishna is saying that our prajna, our intelligence, it has to be steady. Sthita. Sthita means it should be in one place. It should be unwavering. It should be achala. Sthita means achala. So that means it should be sthira. Sthita means it should be sthira. It should not be asthira. So, whereas our mind is asthira, then we have to make it as sthira. So, we have to make it as in one place only, focusing on Krishna, that is sthita. So, that is what is called sthita prajna. Sthita prajna means keeping our intelligence in one place. So, that is only on Krishna. Ekega Kuru Nandana. So, only on Krishna only. So that's what is prajna. So we understood if we have that intelligence, then we should not be having attachment to the results. We can either have intelligence or attachment to the results. Only one is possible. We cannot have both at the same time. If we say that I'm very attached to the results, that means we can as well as say that I don't have any intelligence. Or if we say that I am very intelligent, so that means it's also equivalent to saying that I don't have any attachment to the sense objects. So that's what is called sthita prajna. But how to gain that sthita prajna, that's a next question. But the definition of sthita prajna, the definition of having intelligence is not getting attached to the results, not getting affected by the results. But how to gain that intelligence, that we are studying and understanding from Bhagavad Gita. When we get this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, when we are focusing all our thoughts on Krishna, and when we are engaged in serving Krishna all the time. So at that point of time, what is happening is that our intelligence is getting well established. So buddhihi paryava tisthati. So buddhihi paryava tisthati means our intelligence will get very much established. That's what avatisthati. Paryava tisthati. Otherwise our intelligence is carried away. Otherwise we lose our intelligence. There is no intelligence. If you are attached to material sense objects, buddhi naso. Buddhi naso means intelligence is lost. Buddhi naso pranasyati. When intelligence is lost, then we ourselves are lost. It's what buddhi naso pranasyati. That means we are also lost. When buddhi is lost, we are also lost in this way, in this material pool, in this ocean of material world. So that's what Krishna is comparing the samsara sagaram, mrityu samsara sagaram. So when we don't have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, when we don't have the intelligence, that means when we don't have love on Krishna, so that means we are lost ourselves in this material ocean of material miseries. And we have to keep struggling, coming back, suffering, taking birth, dying. All such things will keep on happening life after life after life. If we don't have Sthita Prajna, if we don't have this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, so then these things are happening in our life. But we are very, very fortunate that Krishna's mercy, we are getting this knowledge. We are understanding. We know how to free ourselves from the modes of nature, and also we know the qualities of a person who has achieved, who has freed himself from the modes of nature. So everything, Krishna is using the word tulya, tulya, tulya many, many times. Tulya means it is equal. Tulya. Tulya priya, priyo diraga. Tulya nindatma samstuti. Like that, tulya, tulya many, many times Krishna is using. So we have to be equal in all circumstances, all the time. We should not be bothered by anything. We should not be disturbed by anything. So that means we should not have any attachment to anything. That means we should be attached only to Krishna. Then only it is not possible for us to not have attachment on anything else. If we are attached to Krishna, then we are all the time, we will be able to remember Krishna. We'll be able to serve Krishna. Make use of this life, human life, all our karmendriyas, working senses, everything in Krishna's service we'll be able to do if we are attached to Krishna. Then our life will be very meaningful. In this limited availability, time availability, what we have in this life, like in the past I have mentioned that we can count our life as a number of days. So even if we count as number of years, it's not that many. It's all going very, very fast. Those who are in the age of 50, 60, how many they have their grandparents? In fact, those grandparents have become grandchildren actually. That's what is happening. So they have already taken birth, already they are also growing somewhere, and they are also have taken another body, all such things, if they have not gone to Krishna. If they are not devotees of Krishna. We need to understand that going to Krishna is not that easy. Sometimes we may think that, oh, my grandparent was going in the Uttarayana, or the auspicious time, or Ekadashi day, all such things, maybe gone to Krishna like that. Krishna is teaching us in Bhagavad Gita in the 8th chapter, it's all about the yogis. We need to understand. We need to understand it very well. That's why we need to understand this Bhagavad Gita very well. Even for yogis also, only it's applicable only for yogis. Yogis also not everybody can go to Golokam. So it all depends upon the time they live this well. Yatra kale tvanavrittam avrittam chaiva yoginaga prayata yanti tam kalam akshami paratarsama. So at what time when you die, you will go to Goloka, or what time if you die, you will come back, everything. I will teach you. So that's why Sukla Krishne Gati Hete Jagataha Saswate Mati Ekayayati Anavrittam Anyaya Vartate Punaga. But yogi is not bewildered by all those things. Yogi, by knowing this, he is not bewildered by all those things. So Sriti Partha Jnanam Yogi Mukhyati Kaschana. Naite Sriti Partha Jnanam Yogi Mukhyati Kaschana. So that means yogi, by knowing all these things, is na mukhyati, is not bewildered. That's why Tasmat Sarvesu Kalesu Yoga Yukto Bhavavartana. So we just have to become a yogi. We just have to engage in Krishna's service all the time. And without even worrying, thinking about it, whether we'll go to Goloka or not. But we are going to go to Goloka because Krishna is promising many times in Bhagavad Gita that you will do this, you will come to me, I assure you, I promise you, there is no doubt about it. If you remember Krishna at the time of death, we are going to go to Goloka only. Definitely. So that way we just have to practice this Bhagavad Gita, understand this Bhagavad Gita, and do everything as per Krishna's instructions. Then we are going to go to Goloka. So we are very, very fortunate, unique team of devotees that we have got the opportunity to study each and every sloka very well. And our focus also every day in the entire session, our focus is only Krishna, only Bhagavad Gita, that's nothing else. All the time. Every sloka, whatever we quote, it is in Bhagavad Gita. Whatever our Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna says, we are studying. So that way we are getting the knowledge, gaining the knowledge. We are understanding that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead beyond any doubts. There are no doubts. And when we are able to apply this knowledge, so then we are able to serve Krishna with full love and devotion. So that way we are able to receive Krishna's mercy, and all the things are happening in the right way because Krishna is guiding us and Krishna is showering his mercy, and we are getting now a lot of opportunities to please him. Already we are all getting it. Lot of opportunities to spread Krishna's message. That means we are getting opportunity to go to Goloka. If we just engage ourselves in spreading Krishna's message, identifying devotees, that means just asking them to come and join our Bhagavad Gita lecture, that's it. Then it is assured that we are going to go to Goloka. So it's a very, very easy job for us, serving Krishna. We just have to let everyone know that we are studying Bhagavad Gita, that's it. So then, by Krishna's mercy, we will go to Goloka. So that way, when we keep on studying all these slokas, we understand what Krishna wants to teach us. And all our confusion is completely going away, clearing away. No doubts. Arjuna asked so many questions for which Krishna answered completely. If we just understand those questions and answers, it's Q&A, correct? We think that there is a Q&A session, question and answer session. So after the lecture, there will be question and answer like that. But this entire Bhagavad Gita itself is a Q&A only. It's a question and answers. Arjuna asked questions and Krishna answered, that's it. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 51 slokas in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now Krishna is teaching us about the Buddhi Yoga. In the 39th sloka, he told Arjuna that Buddhya Yuktaya Partha Karma Bandham Pragasasi. Esate Abhigita Sankhya Buddhi Yogetu Imam. Until now I have explained to you the Sankhya Yoga. Now you hear from me about the Buddhi Yoga. By acting with intelligence, you will be freed from the bondage to work in this way. So, what we studied, Krishna is teaching us in the sloka number 50, we studied. Buddhi yukto jahatiha ube shukruta duskrute tasmad yogaya yujyasva yoga karma kaushalam. So, if we act with intelligence in this life itself, we can get rid of both good and bad results. Therefore, you work for yoga. So, tasmad yogaya yujyasva. So, yoga karmasu kaushalam. So, that is the art of performing all work. So, strive for yoga, which is the art of all work. A man engaged in devotional service rids himself of both good and bad reactions even in this life. Therefore, strive for yoga, which is the art of all work. Then in the next shloka we study Karmajam buddhi yuktahi palam tyaktva manishinaga janma bandha vinirmuktaga padam gacchantyanāmayam. So, in this sloka we understood very clearly that the meaning of Buddhi Yoga. What is meant by Buddhi Yukta? Buddhi Yukta, Palam Tyaktva. So that's what yesterday we studied. If we are acting with intelligence, that means we give up the results, attachment to the results. That's what Buddhi Yukta. So we understand the real meaning of Buddhi Yukta. So if we do that, Krishna is teaching us that we will be freed from the bondage to birth in this world. Bondage to work, bondage to birth, janma karma, janma bandha, everything will happen. So then we will achieve the destination where there are no more miseries. Padam gacchanti anami. That's what we studied yesterday, this sloka. By thus engaging in devotional service to the Lord, great sages or devotees free themselves from the results of work in the material world. In this way, they become free from the cycle of birth and death and attain the state beyond all miseries. So that's what is going to happen. We are going to get ourselves freed from the cycle of birth and death, and we are going to go to Goloka. There is no doubt about it. Now in this sloka, what we are studying today, this sloka number 52, Krishna is continuing then. Yada te moha kalilam buddhir vyatitarishyati tadagantasi nirvedam shotavyasya shutasya cha yadate moha kalilam buddhir vyatitarishyati. So te buddhir means your intelligence moha kalilam vyatitarishyati. If it comes out of the dense forest of illusion. So moha kalilam means the dense forest of illusion. Vyatitarishyati. If it passes through, if it comes out of the illusion, the forest of illusion. Moha kalilam. Tada gantasi nirvedam. At that point of time, you will go indifferent, nirvedam. So, to both whatever you have heard, whatever you are going to hear. So, whatever you are going to hear, so there is shrotavyasya. Whatever you have already heard, there is shutasya, shrotavyasya, shutasya cha. Yada te moha kalilam buddhir vyatitarishyati tadagantasi nirvedam shrotavyasya shutasya cha. So that's what is going to happen. If we get this complete knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, if we act with intelligence, so then our intelligence will come out of this dense forest of illusion, this material world. So we will be always connected with Krishna. So then at that point of time for us, Krishna is everything. So nothing, whatever is happening in this world, nothing will affect us, nothing will bind us. So that's what will happen. Because for us, Krishna is everything, so nothing is going to bind us. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we finished this sloka number 52 in the second chapter. When your intelligence has passed out of the dense forest of delusion, you shall become indifferent to all that has been heard and all that is to be heard. So now we can achieve that status by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and focusing our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. So that's what is very important. Because this practice only is going to help us to achieve that status of not getting affected by anything in this material world. So let us chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namini. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. If any devotee has questions, please use the raise hand option. Otherwise, I will unmute you one by one. Hare Krishna. Asha Mataji, Hare Krishna. Asha Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Asha Mataji, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
I just logged in. I was not able to hear the class. I'll go to the YouTube class of Guruji.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. And I think we have fixed the venue, Mataji, in Bangalore.
Where, Guruji?
West Fort Hotel. That is West Fort. I will send the information in our, or maybe.
Nearby, where does it come nearby?
Nearby Rajaji Nagar, Mataji. Rajaji Nagar.
Okay, good, good Guruji.
Is it closer to you, Mataji? Is that closer to you?
It's closer for me. Actually, last time I was not able to attend because it was so far for me. Rajaji
Yes.
Nagar, it's near for me. It's okay.
Okay, that's good, Mataji. That's very nice. Yeah.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji, for wonderful class.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna. No question. Hare Krishna.
Satyendra Singh Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, Pranam.
Pranam. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Again, wonderful class. Really, we are enjoying really. Today's doubt, Guruji, I have for only one word. And today's sloka, in the second line, the word Nirved comes. Nirvedam.
Nirvedam means indifferent. That's what Nirvedam. As if you don't know. Nirvedam means as if if you don't know something, you won't show any difference, correct? So that's what Nirvedam. So in the translation, Prabhupada is translating us. Nirvedam buddhi. Carelessness. So yeah. So that's why just
The carelessness or difference, I'm not able to relate.
yes, Prabhu. Yeah, indifferent. Carelessness means indifferent. Yes, Prabhu. That's what is the dictionary meaning is indifferent. Yes, Prabhu.
Indifferent.
Indifferent. That's what. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's what here indifferent. In the translation, indifferent is. We shall become indifferent to all that has been heard and all that is. So that means nothing is going to affect us. Whatever we have heard in the past or present, whatever is going to hear now, nothing is going to affect us.
Thank you.
So
Thank you, Guruji, for clearing my doubt. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Chitrita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
So,
Krishna.
Guruji, if you can kind of just once repeat this for me. So he says, Krishna says that if your intelligence, if you act with intelligence and come out from the dense forest of delusion, that's the way it should be.
No, when your intelligence comes out of the dense forest of delusion, that means now in this without Krishna consciousness, in this material world, our intelligence is entangled, correct? It's bahusakagi ananta sa buddhiyo avyavasayanam, like that we studied, correct? So we are all in different things. Our mind is focusing, our intelligence is very much many branches, correct? So now if we get this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, if you fully focus on Krishna, if you remember Krishna all the time, so with intelligence, so when we are acting with intelligence, so that means the real intelligence means it is always the same. It is ekeka kurunandana. So vivasayatmika buddhir ekeka kurunandana. So that means when we are not attached to the material sense enjoyment and material opulence, so there is bhoga aisvarya prasaktana taya apagrita chetasam vivasayatmika buddhi samadhav na vidyate. So that means we should be only Krishna prasaktana, Bhagavan Shri Krishna prasaktana. So at that point of time, our intelligence has come out of this material world. It is not focusing anything on the material sense object. So that's what is called dense forest of delusion. You understand that, Mataji? So that means, yes. So then it will not be disturbed at all. That's what in the next coming slokas we will study, that buddhihi pariyavatistate. That's what we will study. We are going to study a lot about this intelligence, how to establish, how to get steady intelligence, everything in the for the Arjuna's questions. Arjuna is asking about this Sthita Prajna, what are his behaviors. At that time we will understand everything.
Okay. And one question, Guruji, which I was wondering, it's not my question, my mother's question, but she's passed away in 2015. She used to always ask that, what happens to the person after the person dies? Now we know that the soul goes on to another body. But the question she used to ask me is that there is some kind of energy that is left in the body, comes out at the time of death. So does that energy, does it get mixed with the
there is
universe?
The soul comes out of the body. It doesn't mix with the universe. It gets into another body. We are the soul. We are not the body. We are the soul. So the soul comes out of the body. And that is our Krishna is saying that prayana kale manasachalena bhaktya yukto yoga balena chaiva bruvor madhye pranam avesya samyak satam param purusham upaitam. Our prana will come out. That's what is the soul. So basically, when it comes out, then it will get into another body, or will go to Goloka, Krishna's way. So otherwise, materially speaking, nothing is going to come out of the body. So only our subtle body, mind, intelligence, and false ego and the soul, only they come out of the body and get into another body. You understand that?
Yes, and I think the energy that we have, the last breath, it uses to push the soul out. Maybe, I'm not sure, but perhaps.
So it has to come out between the two eyebrows, so then it will go to Goloka. That's it, Krishna is saying. So, Guruvor Madhye Pranam Avesya Samyak.
Just a thought, Guruji, that question again. Thank you so much, Guruji, for the class. And yes.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Suresh Tabi Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Very nice class, Guruji, today. And it is like more clear now, the intelligence, So we are saying dense forest, and dense forest are probably all these Moha Maya, isn't it, Guruji?
Yes.
So if you have to come out of that, you always remember Krishna, always be into that consciousness.
That is correct. Only by Krishna. Krishna gives the intelligence by which we'll go to him. That's it.
Very nice, Guruji. Very nice. Very good understanding of the intelligence.
Yes.
Thank you, Guruji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Deepesh Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you for
Hare
the
Krishna.
wonderful class.
Yes, Prabhu.
I don't have any questions today. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Vishnuvardhana Rao Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. No questions, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Wonderful class, Guruji. Thank you for taking us out of the dense forest where we
Yes.
are all.
That is correct. Mataji. We are all getting out of the dense. We are all inside the dense forest and getting out. Yes, Mataji.
Yes. So, and to answer that Asha Mataji's question, this is the Hotel West Fort is near Lulu Supermarket. Just for her where it is. It is near
I'm unmuting Asha Mataji.
Magdi Road.
Asha Mataji, you are able to unmute? Yeah, but she said that she's nearby. She's
By-
not able to unmute now. It's
Clarify.
nearby Radha. Yes.
It is just close to Lulu Hypermarket. It's very close to that and on the Magdi Road side. Yes, Guruji. All
Yes.
going well, Guruji, and waiting to get started with all our arrangements.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. We will discuss. Yes, Mataji.
Thank you, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Chandrakanta Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Hare Krishna Guruji.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
It's very nice Guruji. Every day hearing about Krishna, what he is teaching. But following is in our code is ball is in our code. Follow him. That's
Yes.
what he is telling Guruji.
Yes, that
Yes,
is correct.
Guruji.
You are absolutely.
You have to use intelligence properly. Then whatever he is telling, we have to follow. So
Yes.
just I'm thinking, Guruji, we are following, but still there is a long way to go, Guruji. But still there
Yes,
is a
we will
long
go.
way to
It
go.
will happen. We will go to Goloka, no doubt. Let's not worry. We'll
Yes,
just
Guruji.
enjoy Krishna consciousness.
Yes.
That is it. Yes.
Correct, Guruji. Yes, Guruji. That
Until
the
then,
goal
we'll
is
make
go
this
to
Goloka as
Goloka.
Goloka. That's it. Yes.
Yes, yes, Guruji.
Until
It's,
we go to
my
Goloka,
name
we'll
is-
establish Goloka here. Yes, Mother. Hare Krishna. Ganesh Urpa Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Very
Hare
nice.
Krishna. Yes.
Prabhuji, we are chanting his name, Lord Krishna's name. Is he hearing, Prabhuji? He said he's inside us.
Yes, he is hearing. There is no doubt about it.
No, but no answer coming from us, from him, Prabhuji. Why is
We
not
are studying
answering?
Bhagavad Gita. That itself is an answer. We are still
Prabhuji.
connected. We are still serving Krishna.
He is
We are
not talking with us, Prabhuji. Inside he is there.
In Bhagavad Gita is talking only, Prabhu. Through Bhagavad Gita, he is directly talking with us.
That is correct, Prabhuji. Now I want to talk to him directly. No, he is
You need to
inside.
go to Goloka, Prabhu. Go to Goloka.
Only Goloka, Prabhuji.
Yeah, here also he can talk, but we need to fully 24/7 only remember him. That's it. Nothing else. We need to achieve that Brahma Bhuta platform, correct?
That is the condition. 24 bar.
Yeah. Because if we are getting affected by material things, then how we will be able to connect ourselves with Krishna? Even if he talks, we won't be able to recognize.
Prabhuji, you said material things is also his creation, Prabhuji.
His creation means but our attachment to those material things is not his creation. He is not making us to attach to the material things. That is because of our ahankara. So that we cannot blame him.
But he has created us to.
We are here because we are not because of our ahankara, because of our ignorance, first of all. So Bhagavad Gita is teaching everything to us. How many are studying Bhagavad Gita? How many are those who are studying are strictly following Bhagavad Gita?
Okay.
If you do that, then you will see the result. That is the main thing, correct? Like if you want to graduate, like we did PhD in IIT, if we didn't go and do the research at all, how we got our PhD?
24/7, you said, Prabhuji, you have to think of him.
Exactly.
Then only he answers from us.
Then only. Yes. But we will do it. We will slowly get there, Prabhu, no doubt.
Krishna is very strict, Prabhuji, Lord Krishna.
Of course, it's all it's very important. Otherwise, if we will fall down, then it's a problem. Correct? We are not eligible to go to Goloka. We have to make ourselves qualified.
Please talk to him and help us, Prabhuji.
We will all. That's why he is helping us, Prabhu. That's why we are studying Bhagavad Gita. We are connected. We are serving. We are getting a lot of opportunities to serve Krishna. Yes. So on September 18th, you will be able to come to Bangalore.
Yes, September 18th will come.
Yes, Prabhu. So Sachireka Mataji, I will tell your name also. Yes,
you are easy to talk to you, Prabhuji, than Lord Krishna.
No, Prabhu. We are all friends, Prabhu. We are all classmates.
Just every day you are talking, Prabhuji. I'm just telling that.
Yes, Prabhu.
Not a serious, just a joke one.
I know. Yes, Prabhu. I know. Yes, Prabhu. We will do, Prabhu. Krishna's mercy. Yes, Prabhu. Very nice, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So are you in contact with Narayanan Namburi or Ajit Kumar, Prabhu? Anyhow, we'll discuss about that, Prabhu. Chandrakanta Mataji, I think you were disconnected. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, disconnected. That's what my goal is only to Goloka, Guruji.
Yes.
To serve Krishna now here in Bhulika. And that's what. Let him give me all opportunity to serve him. That's all, Guruji. I want to go to Goloka.
That's what he is saying. He is saying we are, to spread this message, then you are going to Goloka. Ya idam paramam mukyam madbhakte sabidasri bhaktimayi param kritva mameveshishe asamsaya. Mameveshishe asamsaya. You come to me, there is no doubt. That's what Krishna is.
Yes, Guruji. Whatever is required to serve him, I'm just following Bhagavad Gita and what you are telling, Guruji. That's all. I need your blessings and Krishna's mercy. Unless his mercy is there, we cannot do anything. That I realize, Guruji. Whatever we do, his mercy should be there. So I need Krishna's mercy and your blessings, Guruji, to service to Krishna properly. That's all, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama.
Hare Krishna.
To everyone, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Vrindaji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
You can hear me?
Yes, Mataji. I'm able to hear you.
Yes. Thank you, Guruji, for the class. It was very nice. And the intelligence, what you spoke about, is basically become sharper more and more. Krishna.
Your voice is
to the results. I cannot hear you, Guruji.
Yeah, now I am able to hear you. Yes, Mataji. Are you able to hear me now, Mataji?
Yeah, but it's low. Very
yeah,
low.
Your voice is breaking.
Audio.
Maybe your internet connectivity is some issues.
Yes.
Yeah, please tell Mataji now. Are you able to hear
so,
me?
Guruji, but the audible sound is very low, very soft voice, little low, volume is low. My volume is full on my phone.
Yes, I am able to hear you very well now.
Yes, Guruji. So I took back today from the class that our intelligence has to become sharper and sharper by being connected to Krishna.
Yes.
And not being attached to the results of whatever activity we do.
Yes, ma'am. That is correct.
So, Guruji, the main point of our intelligence is the Buddhi Yoga, what you spoke of. So this intelligence will be given or will be made sharper by Krishna's grace, because we will know where to act, how, what to do.
That is correct, Madam. Krishna's mercy, when we love him, when we connect ourselves with Krishna, see, we need to, in order to gain this intelligence, we need to connect with Krishna with our mind. That is the main thing. Yes, ma'am. Then
Yes,
Krishna,
and not connect the mind to the sense organs. So distracting
that's
from
correct.
there and connecting to Krishna.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Guruji, and another thing that I wanted to share is that on Saturday, Sundays, I am with my students after 10 o'clock. So on this Saturday, the first session that you are planning to take, I will just adjust
No, we
over
will finish
there.
it before 10 o'clock,
because
Mataji. Usually by 9 o'clock, 9:30 we will start. 9:30 to 10 we will finish. Yes, Mataji. Before 10 we can finish.
Yes, Guruji. Yes,
So
that is on Saturday.
Yeah,
Yes,
before 10
Guruji.
o'clock we'll finish. Yes, Mataji. So you are
Yes, Guruji.
students means you are
Thank
teaching
you.
Mataji, you are training them or teaching yourself?
Students means Guruji, being a counselor and a psychotherapist, there are some students who are slow in learning. I handle the disabilities like slow learners or yes, and somebody who's dyslexic.
Yes.
So the reading like P and Q, they are not able to distinguish between B and D. So they write ulta, you see? Yes. And they have a lot of spelling mistakes. And they are, and also some children who, it's not only children, it can be a college student also. So some of them are very shy, not able, any emotional causes, basically emotional problems or adjustment problems, academic problems, behavioral problems. So these are all some of the issues.
I think you got disconnected again. Palaniyappan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes. Today's class also very interesting. Especially you have explained about Sita Prajna.
Yes.
That is a very important things to understand by all the people. That way, it is a very interesting class today, and no questions from my side this today. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Dhanyavat Pranam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Ram Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Kadiravan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Guruji, today's class, wonderful class, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Yesterday night, Tamil class is not attending some other work in my school.
Okay. I will upload it in YouTube, Prabhu. I still have not done it. I will do it today.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Ram Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji. This morning I received a note from my Gita Reading Society, Guruji. This Ekadesi is a special Ekadesi, it seems, Guruji. Mokni Ekadesi, there is a significance, it seems, Guruji. And all our sins will be erased. I forwarded to our team members also, Guruji. It's very good,
Yes.
Guruji. The class also aptly reflects that. And today is the best day, Guruji. The intelligence wise, we have to sharpen it. And being a special Ekadesi, and it's in view with this, I think this is the best time to sharpen, Guruji. To start with the Ekadesi Varada and sharpen our intelligence, Guruji. Like Brinda Desi Mataji mentioned, some are late bloomers, we call. They learn. The architect of Singapore, also Lee Kuan Yew. Most of the leaders, Guruji, they started in a dull manner, very slow and dull manner. Scientist as well, Guruji. Probably that's also a play act of Krishna, right, Guruji? He knows what time, when he knows, right, what to give, when to give, and how to give, right, Guruji? We have to just listen. We should do a chanting, Guruji. How much this counseling and all going to be effective, Guruji? I never trust in all these things. These counselors, psychiatrists, and all, Guruji. Best thing is prayer. Yes. Yeah. That's what.
It's a very well proven thing. Anyhow, later on you can check with Vrindavan Jesi Mataji. There is a CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. So that itself is a very important therapy. Without any medicine itself, we can do this.
Okay. Reading Bhagavad Gita also good enough, Guruji. Bhajan.
Of course. Bhagavad Gita, if we read Bhagavad Gita, understand Bhagavad Gita fully, then there won't be any anxiety issues at all. No depression, no anxiety, nothing. If we understand Bhagavad Gita. That's what happened to Arjuna. Arjuna was completely anxious, full of psychiatric issues only. He said that I'm not going to fight. So this entire Bhagavad Gita just solved this problem.
Okay, Guruji. The season affects, Guruji. There are certain seasons we feel moody, certain seasons we are very happy. Is there any?
If we are always connected with Krishna, then nothing is going to affect us.
Okay, Guruji. Overall, there are certain seasons we enjoy, right, Guruji? Spring season is very happy. Similarly,
yeah, but when you are connected with Krishna, Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita that Matras Parsastu Kaunteya Sitoshna Sukha Dukkada Agama Payino Anityas Tam Sthitiksasva Bharata. So the non-permanent appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons are like the appearance and disappearance of the non-permanent appearance and disappearance of happiness and distress are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. So that's what Krishna is saying, that one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. So that's what we need to do.
Understand, Guruji. Chanting Maha Mantra is sufficient, right, Guruji?
Chanting Maha Mantra, connecting with Krishna, serving Krishna, spreading Bhagavad Gita all the time. Then nothing is going to affect us.
Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Sunil Shivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Vrinda Jesi Mataji, you were disconnected again at that time.
Yes, Guruji, it got disconnected. So thank you, Guruji, for all your guidance. And tomorrow on Saturday, I will be available.
Yes,
at whatever
10
time
o'clock
you
you
decide.
can finish. We'll finish it before 10. Yes.
Yeah, no problem. And I think all our team members also are written.
Yeah,
the
everyone
availability.
accepted. Yes, Mataji.
So,
we will discuss. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama. Hare Krishna. Mataji. Manoranjan Sagar Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Due to some problems, because of my carelessness, maybe busy work in the office or any college work, maybe, but I am not sincere. So guilt is a word. So it is from childhood. Everybody has Gita book in the house, but maybe encouraged by nobody else in the family members, maybe somebody else. But still then, who importance to Gita? I feel now it is so urgent. I think whatever works may be, we should try to involve ourselves in reading Gita. It is a golden opportunity for us. And from generation to generation, it has been handed down. It is so important, and Arjuna asks questions, different questions about what is life and everything. A to Z to lead a life. What is the purpose in life when we are born? So we should not miss it. So I feel that I am guilty of that. I should repent and make mistakes. I have to admit, I have to realize and find the ways. What I have wasted my life, I think, what is nonsense. It is my carelessness. It is not God's blessings. God is always with us. He has given us book. But if you don't read, if you don't follow, it is our ignorance. We have to He has given us knowledge, also ignorance. So to avoid ignorance, we are educated. We are nobody may not tell. But now, when I was a college student, what is Gita? We should know. School level also. What is the why you read Gita? What is the importance? School may teach us neither family members nor any animals. We are also, as I have been going to be retired, still there when I was going to. So I have that. There is no excuse. There is no. This is telling always guilt. No, it is purely given, so not use it. How can you? So it is a golden opportunity for us. So really, Guruji, because of your blessings, we are attending the class and we have to be very sincere. Whatever the problems may be, this is the primary job. Other things, rest of the world is secondary. So the Gita and Prabhupada has rendered a great service for us to have all the books, to read more and more Gita, to know about the Supreme Godhead, who is Supreme Godhead, Gita, everything. But Gita is a common to all, and that is very important and for everybody. After that, one can go through all the other books, Brahma Samhita or Srimad Bhagavatam, other things. But it is a first year. What first year that is.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Hare Krishna. Dandot Pranam Guruji, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Offer my Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Brindaji Singh Mataji.
Yes, Guruji, I just wanted to clarify Ram Prabhu's doubt about counseling. So counseling is something which is normal people are not able to adjust with the reality. It is for normal, it is not for abnormal people, first of all. Because abnormal people is very difficult to handle counseling. Of course, they need the help of a psychiatrist. Now, psychiatrist is different from a counselor because they do not take medicines from the counselor. Whereas psychiatrist uses a lot of antipsychotic and neurotic drugs. Yes. But a counselor with therapy like REBT, Rational Emotive Behavior Training from Albert Ellis in New York Institute. I mean, he was the founder of this CBT and REBT.
Yeah, cognitive behavioral therapy.
Yes, yes.
I know. Even many psychiatric clinics, they also have CBT also there. They will be
yes,
there.
every psychiatric will keep a counselor with them. Every psychiatric, mostly.
I know.
Because they don't get so much time to do counseling. They just prescribe a drug.
Drug, that's it.
Yes. So this REBT theory actually deals with a lot of realistic views which we normal people have wrong beliefs about certain
What is the expansion of REBT, Mataji?
Rational emotive behavior therapy. Rational emotive.
Yeah, rational emotive. I heard about CBT, but REBT.
So CBT is also the same thing, but CBT is cognitive behavior therapy.
Yeah, cognitive behavior. Yes.
Yes. So it is dealing with more normal people, because we normal people get affected by our emotional situation. And to tell you, Guruji, that counseling, actually psychology and philosophy are deeply rooted together.
Yes, I understand. Yes.
So all the learning in psychology comes from philosophy of all the Vedic literatures only, ultimately.
Yes, Mother, of course. Yes, Mother.
So whenever I see my cases or whatever, actually it is Krishna's grace which comes through the person, the therapist who helps the candidate or the patient.
Yes.
So we are ourselves like beggars and servants of Krishna.
That is correct. Yes.
Yes. So that is the reason why I work voluntary at Ramakrishna Mission Hospital, free of charge, and do counseling for anyone who needs help.
Yes.
So this was just
It's
a
very nice, Mataji. I know. Ram Prabhu also I unmuted. Ram Prabhu, you understand now correctly?
Yeah, clear, Guruji. I think I have to be a patient under Mataji.
No, you don't have to be a patient. We all need help at some point of our time, and our Guruji himself is helping us daily basis to rely on Krishna. I think Krishna is the biggest therapist in this world, the whole of universe. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yeah, I'll call you, Mataji. I would like to learn more out of it. Thank you.
Manoranjan Sahib Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Very wonderful discussion, and everybody in our area, from childhood till now, people treat me as mad fellow. Am I a psychiatric patient? I want to know from Mataji that everybody in our area says that Manoranjan is a mad fellow, lunatic fellow, and a psychiatric patient.
No,
they
no.
treat me all. Am I a psychiatric patient?
That is not only when the surroundings and we ourselves feel that something is abnormal, or we are actually sick inside. So you need medication, like you don't get sleep at all, you're restless, you're absolutely disoriented. Then sometimes medicines do help. We cannot discard medicines completely. But when we are able to help ourselves and take some counselor's help, then probably you can get out of your rigid behavior. But when you are disoriented from inside, sometimes we cannot rule out medication completely from our life. Sometimes we need that medicine for emergency. So that is the only distinction. I think what you are doing is a good service for Krishna. Continue doing that. And our Guruji is always there to help us. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Guruji, I would like to compliment even the great Guru Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was called as a mad Swami, mad saint. So Manoranjan Sahu is not alone. I think all the great people, saints, all misunderstood. So it's great, Guruji. And hopefully what Brinda Jesi Mataji is saying is good. We should also have a session, probably if she comes in a Bangalore session, meetup session. We can have an extended session with her on all we can go and attend and get ourselves clear our clogged minds also, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much to Brinda Jesi Mataji and Manoranjan Sahu. Hare Krishna to all. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, let us listen to Prabhupada's Kirtan.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.